Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a great morning today. And today is Saturday on my calendar. Sunday on yours when you'll see the video. But today we are here in Enders Falls State Park. It's raining, so I couldn't get any sunrise. So I decided to come over here and get a few long exposures from the waterfalls. Now I hope my little Synco device for the audio doesn't get messed up, because the camera itself is weather resistant, but the Synco device, I doubt it. So if we do lose audio, my apologies. But yeah, we just got here. I don't know, you guys could probably hear the falls in the background. They're pretty loud. So I'm on the top of the falls right now, which I'm gonna turn the camera real quick so you can see this part of this section of the falls. All right, this is the top section of the falls, and we're coming from that direction, but we're gonna be heading down, all the way down that way, because there's a bigger fall down that way. Now I might go take this route, the trail this way, which has steps to go to the falls, but then I want to cross the river because I want to go up to the falls a little bit more so I can capture the falls a little closer. So stick around, guys, while I set up and I'll get everything ready. All right, so I managed to cross the falls. I had to go up on that trail and then jump over a rock, which is basically like that kind of gap, but I still made it. And I went around, so now instead of going that path that I was gonna go to, I'm gonna go around this side of the cliff. Hopefully I could find a path here, because I know it's really steep going down right there, so I have to be careful in that area. So I was trying to set up over here and take a shot, but I'm not sure how it came out. I used this rock as a foreground, and then the fall, and it was leading towards the rocks over there to the path. But I'm not sure if I'm happy with this picture. If the picture did come out any kind of decent, then I'm gonna post it up right here right now. But no promises. Yeah, so we're gonna start heading back down and try to go down the hill and see if we could get to the main falls, which is the ones that I wanted to go to anyway. Alright, guys, finally found this one composition which I like, and I'm out of breath because I've been like stumbling down this side of the cliff I actually busted my butt once already. I'll probably post that clip. But yeah, I found this one composition that I like, and I would like to make a point, which is I'm gonna post up both pictures, and I'm gonna show you the difference. Like how some situations when you're taking long exposures, it's actually better to have a quarter of a second exposure or an eighth of a second. But then again, there's other situations, like in this case, where I prefer a longer exposure. Now, I did took a quarter exposure, f8 ISO 50. I'm using the A7R4, by the way, and the lens is a Tamron 28 to 75, I believe. And with that in mind, I use, I did a quarter second exposure, f8 and ISO 50. And I took a couple of shots at that exposure at different angles, but it didn't really, like, the scene is too messy to be able to make it work on that kind of exposure, on that kind of shutter speed actually. And I decided to go for a longer exposure, which I ended up going with a 5-second exposure, f10 and ISO 100 at this time. And I use a ND 32. So, like when I took the quarter second exposure, I like how the waterfalls look, but then the bottom where the actual river flow, it wasn't looking too good. I actually like when you can see the water movement, especially like when you're taking photos of like the ocean and stuff like that. You got the waves, or you have like really nice stream flow and stuff like that. But in this case, there's a lot of foam in the water from the falls itself. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see it. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of foam in the water from the falls. So when you take a quarter second exposure, it doesn't really look that appealing. So by going on a 5-second exposure, that foam, the movement that it creates, it gives a different sense to the photo. So without further ado, I'm gonna post both pictures up here, and you guys decide for yourself. Alright, and on that note, we're gonna see if we can go farther down because there's a bigger fall at the bottom. And hopefully I don't fall anymore, but I actually slip on the little moldy rock. Alright guys, I made it to the last falls, and I said before, I tried a few different exposures, and just as before, I chose a 4-second exposure due to the fact that the water itself, I don't know, it's like this location is not really, it doesn't really work well with quarter second exposure. So the composition that I have right now, I'm gonna turn the camera around, is this rock leading to the middle of the photo. Then the falls also leads down to the middle of the photo, creating a triangle. I hope you guys like this shot. I'm gonna post up the 4-second exposure. I don't really like the quarter second exposure at all, but I hope you guys like it, and here's the shot. And on that note, I'm gonna be finishing up today's video, guys. I really hope that today you learned something a little bit about long exposures and what speed is right for the conditions and stuff like that. I will try to do another video some other time where I do take a 4-second exposure, because I do like taking a lot of 4-second exposures. I have a picture from last week, so I'm gonna post it up here first. real quick. And it was from a sunrise from last week. And that picture was taken at a quarter of an eighth of a second, one of those two. I will make sure when I get home with post-process. But the water looks so aggressive, yet it looks really calming looking to it. And you have the sunrise in the background and stuff like that. And it's just, it depends on the scene. Whatever, it depends on the scene that you're in. And how the exposure and how the shutter speed will make it a different sensation of feeling. And as I said, guys, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this video actually came out better than the other ones. I kind of feel like it did. I do hope you guys find the channel useful, and I do hope you guys can learn something from this channel. And as I said, if you guys enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. That'll really help me motivate myself to keep making more videos for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week, guys. Sunday at 1 p.m. Take care and peace out.